Noses come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. The variations are again endless. But like most things in drawing, the basic shapes are the same. The nose is like an upside-down triangle with a round oval on top. These two shapes can be pushed and pulled around lots of ways. Just by changing up the length and width, you can get tons of different varieties. I'm going to walk you through the simple steps of drawing a cute nose. The first thing I do is draw a triangle with my light 3H pencil and color it in. And then I blend it with my stump. After I do that, I do a couple quick wraps around to get that roundness of the nose. Now I make two parenthesis shapes for the nostrils. And another two parenthesis shapes for the wings. You can also subtly define the roundness. And that's it. So again, I'm drawing a triangle and I'm coloring it in. Now I'm blending with my stump and getting that roundness of the ball of the nose. And then I'm just adding those parenthesis-shaped nostrils. As always, push and pull and stretch your shapes around to see what kind of variation you can get. So now let's talk about the placement on your character. You can draw a nose up here, but that's a bit too high, I think. You can draw it down here, but that's just too low for the look I'm going for. So I'm going to go for something in between. I'm going to try and take just over the width of the eye if she weren't wearing makeup and see how that works. And I think it does. From the brow line to the bottom of where we just placed the nose is that center third of the face we talked about earlier. So now I'm just proceeding with the usual steps of blending, adding the nostrils, adding the wings, and then just adding a couple more faint details. Again, I'm looking to place the nose. And for me, it's just always helpful to imagine the width of the eye without makeup coming down to be the same measurement as the length of the nose. But as with all things in character drawing, experiment. Try out short lengths, long lengths, and everything in between until you get a look that you really like. For noses, I pretty much always just use these simple steps. Now let's get into drawing some 3/4 noses. Here you can see we have the same basic shapes, only we're looking from a different angle, so the angles change. Now the triangle is like a scalene triangle, but as you can see, the drawing process remains pretty much the same. So that's way too high. And this is just too low. Using right about that eye measurement, I can place the nose. Don't make the nose too dark with the roundness here. Keep it subtle and keep a light touch and work up to it. Now I draw the nostril right near the edge of the triangle. And on the other edge, I just define with the roundness of the nose in mind. So I'm drawing with rounded edges. And I also really lightly round off the wing here. I think you'll find you'll quickly get the hang of this process. Remember to experiment with the shape variations to the triangle and the oval until you're happy with your character's nose design. And also, please feel free to use these noses as references for your characters.